Let's make my March soap of the month. The first thing I have to do is pour my embed, and this is going to be a 4-leaf clover. So I'm pouring some soap into this mold and then letting it set up. After it has set up, I am unmolding it, and then I'm just trimming any edges. And then I repeat this process until I have enough embeds for my soap. After all of my embeds are made, it is time to pour the soap. Here I am mixing my oils and butters with my lye water solution, and I'm mixing this to emulsion. And I am just mixing this to a light trace because I knew that this was going to start setting up very quickly. After I have it mixed, I am pouring a little bit into a separate container and adding some green colorants. And then I'm adding a little bit of white to my larger bucket. And then I am blending in those colors. Next, I'm adding my fragrance oil, and the fragrance I'm using for this soap is sage leaf. And after I add in my fragrance oil, I am mixing the fragrance in by hand. And then I am pouring my green soap batter into my white soap batter. Next, I'm grabbing my molds, and I'm filling these molds with this soap batter about halfway. And then I'm adding one of those 4-leaf clover embeds into the center of each mold. And then I'm filling up the remainder of these molds with my soap batter. And as you can see, it is really thickened up on me. And this is what I just knew that this was gonna happen. So I'm working very quickly. And I keep banging my molds on the counters just to make sure all the soap is settled and that it's surrounding those 4-leaf clover embeds because I didn't want any air pockets in my soap. For the very tops, I just drizzled on a little bit of the darker green batter that I had left over and just kind of gave it a little really quick swirl. I ended up letting these sit in the molds for a few days, and then I decided to unmold. And then I'm cutting these loaves of soap with my multi-bar cutter, and this is what the bars look like. There were a couple of air pockets in a couple of the bars, but for the most part, they were perfect. So again, these are my bars of soap for my March soap of the month. If you are a subscriber, these will automatically ship out to you on Monday, March 2nd. If you're not a subscriber, you can subscribe, and if you just want one of these bars of soap without subscribing, you can place an order for one of these soaps as a one-time purchase, and these will ship on March 2nd whether you are a subscriber or not. So I hope you love my 4-leaf clover soaps, and thank you so much for watching.